Further, will be in recess. Appreciate the correctional facility for making her available for us. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, at the Butler County Jail, are you Anthony Dubas?
Sir, I would like to state for the record and correct that I am not the all caps name on the paper. I am the proper case trade name, sole living heir, beneficiary, and executor of that named trust. I am the living man. I am a foreign national, and
You're a foreign national?
I'm a foreign national. I'm an American national. I am here by special appearance only, held against my will, under duress, in false imprisonment.
Wow. Right out of the gate, this defendant launches into one of the most classic sovereign citizen speeches you'll ever hear. Notice how he refuses to acknowledge the name on the court record, instead calling himself a living man and executor of a trust. This isn't just quirky language, it's a deliberate strategy these defendants use to deny the court's authority. But to most judges, it just signals trouble ahead.
And under false arrest.
Very good. This is State of Kansas versus Anthony Edward Dubas, case number 23 TR 2777. The state appears by Jared Regier. Mr. Dubas appears from the custody of the Butler County Jail. All parties are appearing by Zoom. Mr. Dubas, you're here for a first appearance. Do you have a copy of your charges?
I am, my honor, Mr. Crum. I am here by special appearance under duress.
You've already been through that. I'm going to read your charges to you. In count one, it alleges that on August 17th, 2023, you did then and there unlawfully operate a motor vehicle on a highway of this state without having a valid driver's license. That is no valid driver's license, a Class B non-person misdemeanor. That carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and up to a $1,000.
The judge calmly lays out the charges. No license, no registration, no insurance. Pretty standard traffic violations. But here's the thing. Instead of addressing these straightforward issues, the defendant is setting up a confrontation with the very concept of law itself. This is where courtroom drama shifts from legal to surreal.
Fine. Count two alleges that on August 17th, 2023, you're operating a motor vehicle, a 2003 Honda Accord, upon a highway or this state, East Fox Trail Street, Andover, Butler County, Kansas, while your vehicle was not registered. That's failed to register a vehicle. That's an unclassified non-person misdemeanor. That carries a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail and up to a $500 fine. Three alleges you operated a motor vehicle on August 17th, 2023 in Butler County, Kansas, without having valid insurance. That's no proof of insurance, a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Do you understand your charges, Mr. Dubas?
No, I do not stand under these charges, and I would like to make it clear that I was not operating a motor vehicle. I was operating my private conveyance, not for hire, not for commercial use, not to transport passengers or products for hire. And if I was allowed to have my folder with black text case law in it to be brought here with me, as I asked Mr. Deputy Khalid Baraka, and he refused, I would be able to prove to you with black text case law what the Supreme Court rulings from multiple different cases have stated about.
And here it is, the private conveyance argument. Sovereign citizens love to argue that driving is a right, not a regulated activity, and that their cars are private property, not motor vehicles. Judges have heard this 100 times before. What's striking here is the defendant's insistence that if only he had his black text case law folder, He could prove the system wrong. To the judge, this is nonsense, but to him, it's his whole defense.
The definition of a driver, an operator, a motor vehicle, an automobile, what a conveyance is, and their decisions, aka, my bad, the Supreme Court's decisions.
All right, Mr. Dubus, I'm gonna stop you
not
there.
requiring-
I'm gonna enter a not guilty plea for you. And we're gonna set this over. If you want to present this stuff, you can present it to Judge Webster, who's going to be.
Notice how the judge doesn't waste time debating. Instead, he simply enters a not guilty plea and moves the case forward. That's a subtle but powerful move. Judges know that engaging with sovereign citizen rhetoric just feeds the argument. By cutting it short, the court avoids getting dragged into endless pseudo-legal rabbit holes.
Assigned to your case. Are you going to be able to hire an attorney?
I'm sui juris, I'm not a ward of the state.
Okay, then you can hire your own attorney. I'm going to set this for November 13th, 2023 at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Aguirre, do you have a recommendation for bond?
Your Honor, 2,500 cash or surety with all standard conditions. Also, in reviewing the application.
Now the prosecutor steps in with a serious concern. The defendant refused to provide a valid address when stopped by police. That might sound minor, but it's a huge red flag. Without an address, the system has no way of making sure he'll return for court.
David, it would appear that when this is alleged that when the defendant was questioned by the deputy, he refused to provide a valid address or any further information. That's quoting directly from the affidavit. I'm not sure if the court wants to make any special orders along those lines or not.
I object. I provided a valid address. It's just a non-residential address, or a residential address that is non-domestic. And he refused to accept my proper address or my mailing address.
The defendant pushes back, saying he did give an address, just not one the deputy would accept. He calls it a non-domestic or proper address. This shows the bizarre clash. The court demands practical information, but the defendant insists on sticking to his invented legal world.
Well, I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $2,500 cash or surety. You'll need to provide a valid physical address to a bondsman if you wish to make bond, Mr. Dubus. All right, is there anything else?
The judge doesn't entertain the games. He sets bond at $2,500 cash or surety and makes it clear. A real, physical address will be required if he wants to get out. It's the legal system forcing reality back into play.
Mr. Aguirre, on this case?
Nothing from the state's perspective, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess. Mr. Dubus, you are excused.
Hold on, is it an OR bond or?
Here we see the defendant's bravado start to fade. He nervously asks if that means he'll need a cosigner. This is the moment his sovereign citizen theories crash into the brick wall of actual consequences.
No, it's a cash or surety bond.
Okay, so I need a cosigner.
You can put up $2,500 in cash, or you can make arrangements with a bondsman.
Okay, thank you.
And then comes the quiet. Thank you? Almost ironic. After all the grand speeches about sovereignty and freedom, he ends like every other defendant, facing bond, facing charges, and fully under the court's authority he tried so hard to deny.